Welcome to Onivia, League of Legends highlights. These are the best highlights from today's LCS matchup.
List coming out for Dignitas. What do you guys think?
I like the composition here from Dignitas quite a bit. Adding Nautilus to
twice in a row.
But actually, like, not, you say you're joking, but that was actually what happened.
One time he teleported back to die faster.
Yeah,
like it was such a rough performance, but then he goes back onto Mages, Hwei versus Zir, comfort zone right away.
Yep.
Good performance in lane.
And they want to force something here. Contracts is going to stun Isles into the wall. He gets the follow-up, and I don't think Isles has a chance to even flash away. Tries to trade an Ignite down into Hui, and that sets up Sven for a trade kill back, but First Blood still goes over to FBI, and now Sven is in trouble. That's a double for the baby dragon, and Spica, unfortunately, is just a little too late.
We're just watching this one more time. It's just a nice little surprise gank there from Contracts. Uses the E well, gets the stun, and there's that flash in from Sven. Yeah, you got the kill.
Grub contest could be happening, so some power spikes here for NRG that I think they'd like to take advantage of.
Dignitas have all 5 members here first, so NRG are struggling on the entrance, but Huhi's going to throw out the ultimate, try and brute force their way in. Mom comes over the top, and Contracts is in, finds the Impale on to Spica, tries to bring it over to Palafox, but the turn from Spica forces Contracts out of the fight, as he now is able to secure a grub for himself. They try to turn on the Dokla. Huhi tries to jump on him back, but Licorice has already picked up the first kill alongside Jensen, and FBI is getting brute forced out, but now Smolder's trying to make his way back in. Meanwhile, the Baron Pit is still a huge fight going on, and Contracts finally falls to the power of Dignitas.
At the end of the day, Dignitas gets the Smolder on the other side, where Dokla could really barely be involved in that.
And a teleport coming in for Dignitas will force Dokla off of the safety of this tower. This should be first brick going over to the side of Dignitas, and because they have a majority of their members on this bottom side of the map as well, that's also second dragon going their way.
And you've got to say, despite the fact that NRG tried to facilitate a way where Dokla could get more out of the lane swap than Licorice, Licorice is now up gold. He has more farm. You're looking at an 80 CS Renekton here with no kills at 14.
Side waves, but because he's not actually ahead of the Poppy, he's not going to have priority. So I think if NRG wins this game, it's more off the back of Palafox and FBI.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you just kind of hope when you're that far behind in a Renekton that your carries are really strong, and then you can basically just play to peel for them, right? Yeah. You just play to hit whatever they're hitting, stun up Poppy if Poppy's trying to go for a stun on your carries. You know, try to protect them and just be a body that creates space for the Smolder and the Azir to consistently get that damage out.
Dignitas summon the Rift Herald that they just acquired into the mid lane, guarantee that the tier 1 is destroyed. And NRG is dragging very fast, and the control ward blocks out all vision. The Maokai ultimate is going to give them brief vision, seeing that it's 4K, and Contracts is in the pit. Flash Impale finds 2. Isles is going to try to stall the backline. Massive CC onto FBI and Palafox, and he tries to come in, swoop, and pushing Isles back in. Huhi's the first one to fall, but the dragon is secured by Contracts, and NRG walk away with more kills.
That is a massive fight for NRG. Skarner's back.
Yep, I know we're going to be seeing more Flowers face on the POV sometime soon. Huhi might have found another pick on Isles. He doesn't have splash from the prior skirmish. Sven tries to throw out an arrow, but I think the fight is already lost. Spica flashing over the red buff wall just to escape.
Looks like the momentum is turning towards NRG. Game 5 could be on its way, but that's also a little too early to call because it is just 1,800 gold, and the fights continue.
And Contracts, I'm not sure if he was able to steal the red buff away, but he's got Spica locked in this wall. He's got nowhere else to run, and yeah, 21 minutes. Baron is alive for the taking, and NRG should be able to...
Incredibly difficult Drake to contest here.
Licorice trying to see if he can be
Palafox.
the first one in. Palafox is waiting for the rest of the backline to swoop on in. Mom comes through, he gets slowed, but FBI got punted out by Licorice, and now NRG have to stall because more of their damage dealers was taken out of the fight, but no one else from Dignitas could really step on up despite FBI getting punted, and that's the second dragon.
To see that he is coming over to be able to actually interrupt that. And getting the flash off Jensen is so big. Jensen has no Zonias. He really has very little defensive capability.
Engage from Spica, lands right onto Contracts, but he just speeds on out with his E. And now Palafox, he dashed in, he's forced to flash out, but that could be a big punish. Oh no, Dignitas capitalize on a misplay from Palafox, and now NRG are on the run. Another Severing Bolt finds its mark onto Dokla, and just like that, Dignitas get 2 free picks.
Palafox might have just thrown committing to the play. That was a complete panic moment for him, and now Digger on the Baron.
It's now up to Contracts, FBI, and Huhi to salvage this situation. Isles is looping around for a deep flank, ready for the turn. The arrow's back up again. It's on the Contracts. Big 2-man impale. FBI's gonna pop Spica. Looks for Licorice next, but now it's up to Contracts and FBI. Huhi has been taken out of the fight. And just on the Elder Execute alone from FBI Smolder, it's enough to stop Dignitas from taking the Baron.
They're gonna keep
Even
chasing.
by losing Palafox, he teleports back into the fight, and now they have the advantage. Sven is caught out. Jensen's got nowhere else to run. Somehow, some way, NRG are bailed out by the power of the baby dragon.
And listen, this is why it's a team game. Because Palafox had been playing great, he makes what could have been a game or season-ending mistake, and everybody else on NRG steps
But
up.
instead, he doesn't ult. He flashes back out, ults, nothing dies, and then you think, okay, this could be it. He realizes, oh, wait, can be quite powerful late in the game.
Doko's gonna face check the brush, get stunned up by Spica, and he's gonna absorb it with the Dominus.
FBI?
FBI might be in trouble, but the Death Charge does not lock him down for further damage as he just flaps away. Dokla's still in
Palafox
trouble
is
on the
coming.
left side
Drax.
of the flank. Huge spiraling despair. Palafox arrives to the party, and now maybe NRG can regroup. Dignitas have already lost out on Jensen, but NRG loses.
Be enough to secure NRG this third Infernal Drake.
Yeah, it's looking like it will. And man, if you get a 4 Infernal Drake, Infernal Soul, you are doing so much damage, especially for FBI, who's already summoners up. You're really only going to die if you get poked down first, so I think it is smart. He is monstrously strong.
An arrow will find FBI, but he instantly cleanses it, and they turn the target onto Jensen. He flashes over the Emperor's Divide. Spiraling Despair right on top, but he's got the stasis to block out the damage. Licorice tries to slam into the wall, and they find the kill trait back, but FBI and Contracts are still alive, and they can rally and try and stay alive in this fight. Another flash slam right into FBI. They find their target. Dignitas persevere through the power of the dragon. Contracts is going low. Dokla tries to save the fight, and Contracts finds one trait before falling to Licorice's Poppy. And now Dokla, maybe he can find something to Seth. Big Dokes will stall the fight out for NRG. And now speaking of Licorice, eventually maybe they'll take out this Crocodile, but Dokla is really making them work for it. We've got another banger on our hands.
Never a dull moment.
NRG have to regroup. They need to remind themselves how to calmly play the rest of the game out. They have this huge late game advantage, but they've been constantly slipping up on some of these key targets against Dignitas, and they've been making the moments count. Engage onto Dokla. Mom pushes them back off. Dokla is falling to the Spiraling Despair. He tries to go in. Jensen is caught by Contract. Big target, and NRG are going to be able to take out Sven first, and now they're looking for the next target. I think that one is Licorice, and NRG now have a 5-on-3 advantage. Palafox tries to go in, finds the scoop on the Isles, but it's another target that they can drop in a body bag. Dignitas are now falling on
back up, but look at who he trying to find the angle and has flash available, so could look for Jensen if they go for it.
Yeah.
They're going to back it up. I think this is the right choice, absolutely. Yeah. Especially with Soul on the horizon here in 20 seconds. If you die going for Baron, then Soul is lost.
Yeah.
If you just give this up, you can go down towards this Dragon and potentially move yourself to Soul Point here. So we'll see if NRG can get back out on the map fast.
The slow approach with that E, the Ishtal's impact, still ready and available, but Spica secures the Dragon. The Infernal Soul is denied, and a huge objective bounty is claimed. Takes it. Maokai Root stuns up the front line of Dignitas. Isles is rooted as they go in for the engage. Spiraling Despair right onto who he flashes back into the team. That big chunk onto Dokla, but NRG got what they came for and take down the inhibitor.
That Smolder is accidentally killing people.
Already used the arrow. The Keeper's Verdict was used upon out Contracts, but he returns back to the top turret. The root from Huhi will stun up Spica. He throws out the Glacial Prison, stops NRG in their tracks. But they are just brute forcing their way through, and they only care about taking out the inhibitor at all costs. Dokla is fighting Licorice on the bottom side of the map, and he's got the power of the Baron minion wave to make sure that he can win and push him off. They're rotating over to seeing if they can take out this inhibitor turret as well. NRG now corralling through, looking for Licorice. Good W, blocks the dash in. Huhi goes in, Contracts. Now with the install impact, flash impact, impale right onto the backline. Jensen could be the next target. He's getting bursted low. That's the execute. NRG might just have everything they need to close this game out. The first Nexus turret will fall. Dignitas trying to stand tall and endure the onslaught, but this dragon is just pumping out the damage. And we're about to go to Game 5 in the bloodiest series we've seen yet.
12-1-7, make it 13-1-7, and he's still going for more on the Smolder. FBI popping off this game, and contracts on the...
These were the best highlights from today's LCS matchup. Click that subscribe button faster than Ramus can say, okay. See you on the next one.